They dominated the 1970s beyond what any glam rock band had done before, and this guy was a big part of it. The original lead guitarist, who had a good sense of humor, and when he made a talk show circuit with his fellow members, both Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley got pissed off at him for being so humorous. And let me tell you something, he would be greatly missed. Ace Frehley, who was the band's original, again, lead guitarist and founding member, has passed away at 74. His agent confirmed the rock musician's death on Thursday. Now, according to AP, Frehley died peacefully surrounded by family in Morristown, New Jersey, following a recent fall, according to his agent. Family members said in a statement that they're completely devastated and heartbroken, but will cherish his laughter and celebrate the kindness he bestowed upon others. Kiss, whose hits included Rock and Roll All Night in Detroit Rock City, was known for its intense stage shows, which include fireworks, smoke and eruptions of fake blood, performed by band members in black and white painted faces, platform boots, and black wigs, of course, the Kiss Army. Frehley and his bandmates were inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2014. So there's no podcast or documentary could do justice to Frehley's life, but we're going to talk a little bit of how he got into Kiss in 73. It's a very unique story. Now, Ace Frehley was the original lead guitarist and occasional lead vocalist and founding member of the band. He invented the persona of the Spaceman, aka Space Ace, and played with the group from its inception in 73 until his departure in 82. After leaving Kiss, he performed his own band named Frehley's Comet and released 2 albums with the group. He subsequently embarked on a solo career, which was put on hold when he rejoined Kiss in 96 for a highly successful reunion tour. Frehley's second tenure with Kiss lasted until 2002, where he left at the conclusion of what was virtually purported to be the band's farewell tour. His most recent solo studio album, Origins Volume 3, was released in 2025. Guitar World magazine ranked him as the 14th greatest metal guitarist of all time. Now, outside Kiss, he achieved further commercial success and popularity with his 1978 self-titled debut solo studio album, which achieved platinum status. His 87 debut studio album with Frehley's Comet Band was also a big success. Known for his aggressive, atmospheric, and melodic guitar playing, he's also known for use of many special effect guitars, including a Gibson Les Paul guitar that emits smoke from the neck, humbucker, pickup, and produces spinning pyrotechnics, and a custom Les Paul that emits light based on song tempo. Now, born in New York City, he was active as a performer from 1964 until 2025. Born and raised in the Bronx, he was youngest of 3 children of Esther and Carl Frehley. His father from Pennsylvania was the son of Dutch immigrants, and his mother is originally from North Carolina and is German descent. The Frehleys were a musical family, and when he received an electric guitar as a Christmas present in 1964, he immersed himself in learning the instrument. I never went to music school. I never took a guitar lesson, but everyone in my family plays an instrument. My mother and father both played piano. His father was a church organist, and my brother and sister both played piano and acoustic guitar. He was always surrounded by music and started playing guitar at age 13. He listed Jimi Hendrix, Albert Lee, Buddy Guy, Jeff Beck, B.B. King, Led Zeppelin, the Rolling Stones, and Who as his main influences. Now, his earliest bands, including the Outrage, the Four Roses, King Kong, Honey, a cover band, and the Magic People. When Frehley's later band Cathedral began getting paying gigs, he dropped out of high school. At the insistence of his family and girlfriend, Frehley eventually returned and earned a diploma. After graduating, Frehley had a string of short-term jobs, including mail carrier, furniture delivery, messenger, taxi driver, and liquor store delivery person. Now, Frehley spent the early 70s in a series of local bands, including one called Malimo, who recorded half an album for RC in 71. In late 72, his friend Chris Cassoni spotted an advertisement for a lead guitarist in the Village Voice and showed the ad to Frehley. Frehley went to the 10 East 23rd Street above the Live Bait Bar and auditioned for Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, and Peter Criss. Frehley showed up wearing one red and one orange sneaker and was less than impressive visually, but the band liked what they heard from his playing. About 3 weeks later, the band named Frehley as their lead guitarist. By January 73, the band came up with the name Kiss. Frehley designed the band's double lightning bolt logo, which was polished up by Stanley. The band quickly decided to paint their faces for live performances, and Frehley started painting silver stars on his eyes. When the group eventually decided to adopt stage personas the master of makeup and costumes. Frehley became known as the Space Ace. Later, his stage persona was also known as the Spaceman. Frehley stated that the persona was inspired by his interest in science fiction and space travel. Now, while Kiss spent the early days rehearsing and playing in empty clubs, Frehley worked as a cab driver to pay bills. In September 1973, Kiss members began to receive a $50 a week salary from new manager Bill Aucoin, and Frehley quit his cabbie job. When he released their debut album, Kiss, in February 1974, Frehley was credited for writing 2 songs, Love Theme from Kiss, the only song co-written by the 4 original members, and a fan classic, Cold Gin. Due to Frehley's lack of confidence in his old singing voice, however, Gene performed the vocals. Frehley wrote or co-wrote several of the band's songs over the next few years, but did not record vocals on a song until Shock Me, inspired by the near execution during a concert in Lakeland, Florida, which appeared on Love Gun. As lead guitarist, Frehley was known for his frantic, atmospheric playing, becoming the most popular guitarist in the 70s and spawning a generation of new players. He stated in the book Kiss Behind the Mask that many guitarists have told him his playing on 75 State Alive prompted them to pick up the instruments. Along with the 3 other Kiss members, he released the solo album in 1978. His was the best-selling of the 4, and the album's lone single, the Rust Ballad written New York Groove, originally recorded by Hello, reached the top 20 in the States. Now, these years with Kiss, again, there's no way to underestimate how good he was, because the idea of the 4 band members were working as one. And the songs are there, the videos are there. Now, just to recount to a lot of people that know this, a lot of people believe he was the shining light of the band for a lot of people, because he had that basic style. So the early singles again did quite well on the charts, and the 1970s belonged to them because the stadium tours, they even went a little bit disco for a while too. So there's no way to not say Ace Frehley was a big part of it. And you know something, ladies and gentlemen, the idea about Kiss, how big they got. They didn't create heavy metal and rock, but they perfected it for a lot of people. Now, again, he was lead guitar for a while, but Vinnie Vincent was there for a while, Mark St. John, and Buse Kulick as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ace Frehley, what a loss for the rock and roll generation of the 70s. And other than the drummer who died of cancer a few years ago, a massively influential person. Now, this is a breaking story. Again, there will be more information. But just to remind everybody, ladies and gentlemen, that Ace Frehley was there to have a good time, and he had a great time as a performer, and he will be gratefully missed. So if you like what you're doing here with Behind the Tracks, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.